Okay. Just getting started here, folks. Just actually just setting up the program. Tonight we're gonna have Chris Booth of the Spook TV. These are the Booth brothers, and they're gonna actually be on Sci-Fi tonight. Not tonight, but at the end of October. We're basically talking about this fabulous new video documentary they're doing now, or had done, and it's called The Possessed. So I'm just getting it started. Setting up all the rooms, and then we'll be calling Chris in the next few minutes. I'm online now, huh? Right there, as you see. I'm laughing at you because I'm online and you're whispering in the door. You're so cute. And it's being recorded too, by the way. Here. Okay. Let's get started here. It's all here. Everything's all ready to go. Okay, so as I mentioned, what's going on here, guys? Yeah, I can hear you now. Hello?
Hey there!
Hey, I'm calling. I'm trying to get a hold of you on Skype.
Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. Go ahead and give me a call right back.
Okay. Hey, can you hear me well? Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I've got a guest on tonight. I've got, in fact, the very same guy who's on the front page. I've got Chris Booth, and I got his phone number. You ready for it? I don't know how the conference part works. Never tried it. Okay. Okay, how, now what do I do? I call him first, then I call you? Okay, hang on a second, maybe I can try it. I'm just going to do this right now. Let me try this first, hang on. 661 272 462. Let's see if it works. Hey Chris, how's it going? Hey bud. You getting? I'm just calling you to let you know to be ready for the show. I got a conference call setting it all up with you guys, with all of us at the station as well. Seth, are you there? Seth, are you there? Arg, Seth. Hang tight. If I lose you, I'm trying to get this whole thing all figured. Yeah. We're actually doing what you call the Skype idea. See what happens. Okay, now how does this other part work? It's my first time to play with this system. Actually, why I'm doing is because everything balances out well, and so we don't have to worry about lines. Let me see if I can dip. Okay, if I lose you, don't get disturbed. Okay. Are you there, Seth? Okay. I hope this all works. Can you hear Chris? Chris, you there? See, it's the first time for me doing all this stuff, doing the conference call. How do you add on? Like, how do you include them all in the same room? Do you just take? Well, this is actually. Well, I got you in there, and enter. Are you there, Chris? There we go, and I'll try that again. I'll see if I can include both you guys at the same time. Chris, are you there? Hey, now you got me, Seth? Hey, good, Greg. I'm glad this is all working well. Hey, and you can open the front page. Great, looking forward to it. Got it all set up. I got Ustream already going here. I've got people on the pages listening in on the chat rooms. We're good to go. Good. You ready, Chris? Hey, excellent. I'm pretty stoked over this Possessed. Yeah, I've actually had a few. Well, we'll talk about that. I've had a few Possessed myself. And I'll have to share some of those with you myself through the years of my work. Oh, okay, yeah, it's been a long time. Sure, it will. Yep. Welcome everyone, this is Derek Whiteskycloud, and you're watching and listening to Between Two Worlds on bbsradio.com. I'm a psychic medium and paranormal investigator. Yes, here I am, I'm in the room. And tonight's guest, we got a really fabulous guest this week. I've actually been talking about this guy, I don't know how long. I've had him on before, last year. We'd had him on, we actually talked about Spooked, the Ghosts of Waverly Hills Sanatorium. We talked about Children of the Grave. I wanted to get Chris back because he's got some really fabulous, neat ideas, new things happening. He's got a new video out. It's going to be released on Sci-Fi. It's called Possessed. And these guys have done some major, fabulous things. Now, Chris Booth is actually a director, investigator himself. Well, let's put it this way. Sci-Fi Channel brings viewers the spirit of Halloween season with wall-to-wall programming. Sci-Fi Channel presents the 31 Days of Halloween Marathon, Los Angeles, California, September 22nd, which has already been passed. This fall, Sci-Fi Channel is the ultimate destination of all things Halloween, featuring the all-new 31 Days of Halloween programming extravaganza. Now, beginning October the 1st, which is already passed, this marathon will serve up the spookiest fare that Halloween has to offer, including the Ghost Hunters live on Halloween night, which hasn't passed. Sci-Fi's 31 Days of Halloween marathon, featuring over 250 hours of horror. Oh my God. Sci-fi movies, series, miniseries, and originals. The Marathon of Chills begins October 1st at 8 a.m. and concludes on Halloween night with Ghost Hunters Live. The highlights include horror favorites The Grudge, Saw, Death Tunnel, Freddy vs. Jason, which I have not seen yet, Children of the Grave, and Spook from the Paranormal Filmmakers, which I have seen. I've got it here at home. The Booth 20 Brothers. Is that Booth 20 Brothers? That's right. Spook TV and Sci-Fi Channel present the 31 Days of Halloween. Now, I want to talk about Possessed first. Now, folks, let you know on. Also, we do have Ustream.tv, stream linked onto BBS Radio. You can see me on my pretty face on the page in the front. You can also, down below that page, you'll see on YouTube that actually Chris and the guys have actually installed it. They put on YouTube the commercial of Possessed, and we took it and we installed it here on our front page. So now you'll see it on there live, and you can actually watch it and take a look. I'm telling you, this is actually going to be pretty freaky, because I've seen some in my times, but this is absolutely fabulous. Now, Possessed, produced and directed by the Booth brothers, which is Chris, one of the twins. This shocking documentary from the epic reality filmmakers, the Booth brothers, Spooked, Children of the Grave, as seen on the Sci-Fi Channel, will be released on DVD. The Possessed is a paranormal investigation in the twisted world of possession. Cases include the chilling true story of the Whitesky Wonder of 1877, America's first documented spiritual possession of a 13-year-old girl from the small town of Wasika, who became possessed by spirits of the insane dead. No, that's actually really weird. Insane dead, while exploring an insane asylum, an old insane asylum, in St. Louis. The filmmakers then investigate the real 1949 Exorcist diary. You know what, that'd be cool. The true story behind the motion picture, The Exorcist in Depth, The Possessed, is a terrifying look at modern-day possession and its evidence. Now, demons do exist. The Possessed will be released uncut and unrated on DVD, utilizing the latest in paranormal research, technology, and an army of paranormal professionals. The Booth brothers search for the scariest entity known to man, the unholy ghost. Is that Chris? Film on location. Yeah. Film on location, the actual haunted houses, churches, and asylums where the events took place. Exclusive interviews with Father Francis X. Cleary and Father Faherty, the last remaining priest of the most infamous 1949 St. Louis exorcism. The paranormal cast, I want to put this in there because I'm going to include these guys in. The paranormal cast: Keith Age, John Zaffis, who I know, Rick Hayes, Rosemary Ellen Geely, Paranormal Task Force, Bishop James Long, Denise and Michael Jones, Stephen LaChance, Bill Chappelle, Troy Taylor, Anita Talbot, ISPI, LGHS, and the Booth brothers on December the 1st, folks. That's when the DVD is released. 2008. Now, welcome, Chris! Oh, I'll freak you out. I was asked to run for president in one of our churches. And I said, no, my wife will divorce me. Anyways, now, let's put it this way. You're doing some major work. Now, how long have you been doing this one called Possess? How long does this one take you to do? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Now, this was 1877. This is the one that was Secret Wonder. This is the one that was. Wow. Now, is this the very same one that's the Mary Laurency Venom? Is that how you spell it? That's strange because the last name Venom. Oh my God, it sounds like like a snake. You think about. Well, well, okay. Yeah, I'm sitting there like, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now I was watching a part of that on the documentary or a piece of it, the commercialized area of it. I was noticing a lot of lights, a lot of multicolored lights. Is this actually this very same machine? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Or definitely. Yeah. They're connected to light. Yes. Wow. Yeah. 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 It's very computerized. So basically, it sounds like a sensitive. If you look at some of the, I remember when seeing some of the movies where actually the computer itself is trying to feel emotions. So, the spirits are doing the same thing. They're trying to share what they are going through. Yeah, yeah, yes. Uh, okay, okay. We got a caller calling in, I think, as I hear a beep in the background. Is there a caller calling in? Hi! Good! Chris Booth. This is Sarah. This is Sarah Lester. Yeah, this is Sarah Lester, the Paracon. Chris, have you met Sarah? Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Now, so basically, what's going to happen now? We're running it. So we're going to be doing the show, doing the the Paracon in February. Chris, do you are you so basically, Sarah, you're inviting Chris to be part of this? Well, you've been invited, Chris. Yeah. Oh, sounds good. Well, like, you're most welcome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, is that duty? Okay. 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 If you think about, I'm sorry to cut you off for a second there, Chris, but you realize if you look at it, I'm not sure if you've actually seen this, but I'm looking at these ages, and these are kids. Yeah. 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 Well. Yeah. Definitely. Mhm. Mhm. Well, that's where you have Chris right there. This is what Chris is going to do. He's going to bring the history in because I would say you're pretty well the main researcher of this program. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Great. Did you go through? Have you gone through the places that like after the possessions, or have you know of the possessions? Did you have a priest go in there to bless the areas, or did you just basically, after you done your research, just walked away? Okay. Yeah. 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 When you were there in the building, did you feel any uneasiness of yourself? Did you feel, or did you feel you took anything home with you? Yeah. 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 Definitely. I know. I remember when I was 16 years old. I was 16 years old when I watched that. And when I watched the very first one, I was in the theater in Calgary, Alberta, and I was sitting with my first girlfriend at the time, and she was laughing watching the movie, and I had a very hard time dealing with it. I literally ran outside to get my breath. Yeah, 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 no. Wow. Yeah. Where were you? Yeah, definitely. Well, sometimes they have that smell of, like rats has also smell of death because they because of the feces and sometimes of the urine. So that, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It still happens to this day because I work with drug addicts and alcoholics, and I mean I've been shared I have been shared with all types of information. Even when a person passes away, who has been a drug addict or an alcoholic, where they actually will walk, their spirit will walk into the bar, and they'll try to, their body will try to dip into somebody who's living in the body, just to feel that kick, just to feel that feeling. Yeah. Chris, Chris, have you ever done any investigations in New York? You gotta come. You gotta come down to my territory. What was the name of your band? Sweeney Todd. That's right too. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so now I want to go further with you because I want to thank you, Sarah, for coming on. Appreciate it because I want to get more callers calling in. I really appreciate coming on, but I want to have you interviewed on my show for the whole hour later on down the road. So I thank you very much for coming on. There you go. Okay, well, appreciate it. Thank you very much for calling. Yes, I will. Yeah. That's right. If you let it happen, you let it happen. Okay. Well, thanks, Sarah, for coming on. Take care. Bye. Now, you also put on your, and actually said on your video, even that in history, the Dalai Lama even got involved. Hmm. Yeah. What about the rest of the group? What about the rest of the guys and the men and the women that were working with you? Did they themselves feel in a bit of an invasion on their part? Hmm. Okay. Mm. Yeah. No one got hurt doing this. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Now, did you yourself actually lose sleep over a lot of this, or you did, eh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, no, you can't. I mean, like I said before, I've had a few possessions myself. I actually had a young boy, 15 years old. His mother brought him to me where his eyes turned jet black and he was possessed. And he just like he looked at me and he says, whatever the entity that was in him, he says, "I have him. He's mine." And I said, "No, he's not." And he fought me, and we got rid of it. But that boy was only 15, and I asked his mom where he, what's like, is he doing drugs, alcohol? No, he walked on a grave site, and he was playing on the grave in a graveyard. They were doing Ouija in the graveyard, and they were taking dimes, and they're pretending they were making contact with the dead in the graveyard while they're in a wrong place at the wrong time, and the boy became possessed himself. And then, yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah, oh, I did when I was a kid. I wasn't. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll tell. Yeah, it makes sense because I had a boy who was paraplegic, could not walk. He was in an electric wheelchair. He was physically disabled, um, and his mother was a professional medium, and she used to use tarot cards, and so she taught her son how to read cards. But he read 4 different kinds of cards, and he can read you. And I was running a psychic and wellness show, and the young boy was fascinated by me. He always thought I was like an uncle to him. So um, he said to me, he says, "Can I give you one reading?" And I said, "Well, okay, sure, go ahead." And he said to me, and he showed me the cards, and he says, "Be careful of the man who's coming to look for you. He's going to try and kill you. So you better learn to find something to take care of him and kill him too." And I looked at him, and I had this whole trembling feeling in me all of a sudden, just hit me in their chest. I looked at the boy, and I saw the boy's eyes turn a different color. And I looked at the boy, and I said to the boy, I said, "He's not yours. Let him go." And I walked away, and the boy was fine after. But I was being tested. Because no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you put on any kind of show, you're involved with the paranormal of any kind, You have to know what to do to prepare yourself. If you call yourself a medium, you better be prepared to deal with the other side, because you're going to deal with it. You know, it's not so easy to get in something like this and think it's okay, we're going to have lots of laughs and have a great time. There are some things you're going to be tested on. And if you don't know how to handle it, then don't get into it. Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I remember watching the movie representation of the Emily Rose. Remember watching it? Well, it came out a couple years back, and a lot of people believed that actually it was an American girl that died from the possession. And I found out later that it was not an American girl. She actually was from Germany. There was actually another girl that was possessed in Germany, and I don't remember if that was the same name, but yeah. Yes. 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 And something like that. Yeah. 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 That's right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Now, Julie, Kelly, Marcus, Ricky, and a few other kids that were dealing with possessions. Were you able to interview any of them at all? No. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. That's sick. Yeah. No. Yeah. But you know how you stop that? You stop the company itself from selling it to Kids R Us. Yeah. No. That's crazy. Yeah. It is. It is. It's well, that's harsh. Well, Chris, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show. We're closing our time. It's been fabulous having you on, and I'm looking forward to seeing that video. I want to see it. We don't get sci-fi in Canada, so I'm going to have to. Yeah, sounds great. Hmm. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, because the thing is that this is important. We need to share this information out to the world out there, and people just don't know what's going on. I want to apologize to Be Hip, the Be Hip drink. Normally I do the commercial, but I had to get this in.